going on, everybody? Justin here with Everything Aquarium, back with another awesome aquarium video, of course. Today's video is going to be on Seachem stability. I'm just going to do a quick little review on it and let you know why it's my favorite chemical to use to start that nitrogen cycle in that new tank, or just to add a maintenance dose of beneficial bacteria to any aquarium. Let's get started, guys. Today's video and review is going to take place in front of the 6.8 gallon cube, of course, because that's just kind of where I'm working lately. As you can see, a lot's changed. If you watched my last video, you've seen that we had cleaned it out, taken everything out, and it just had filtration in there basically. Well, now we got some livestock, we got our plant back in there, some more wood, another rock. Those are just some feeder guppies I got in there to keep that nitrogen cycle alive and going well. Just because I want to keep all this biological media alive and not deteriorating at all, which is always good to have. Like I said, I'm a big believer in extra beneficial bacteria and biological media laying around in case you got to move stuff around. You never know. But let's focus on today's spotlight, Seachem stability. I got a 500 milliliter bottle here, or a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle. Bottle here, if I'm not mistaken, will treat up to 100 gallons. New tank wise, for maintenance it'll treat up to 200 gallons because you only use 5 milliliters per 20 gallons during a maintenance dose versus 5 milliliters per 10 gallons on a new tank setup. Or you could use more. You can't overdose with this stuff. For some reason, I'm not exactly sure the science behind it, but it says right on there that it'll rapidly and safely establish a biofilter in marine systems, therefore preventing the number and cause of fish death, new tank syndrome, blah blah blah. Somewhere on here it says that it's non-overdosing. Yeah, so it claims on here stability is completely harmless to all aquatic organisms as well as aquatic plants, thus there is no danger of overuse. Stability is the accumulation of nearly a decade of research and development and represents the current state of the art in natural biological management. So yeah, this stuff's really good for multiple different uses. It actually says right there, yeah, 500 milliliters treats 2,000 gallons. That must be if you're using the bare minimum, but if you use 5 milliliters per 10 gallons, this is 500 milliliters. I don't know if I'm wrong or something, but I'm pretty sure that's only 100 gallons. So tell me if I'm right or wrong. Either way, they've got it in some type of math here to make it so it treats 2,000 gallons. What I know I use it for is I always go with the extra amount. I always use the 1 capful for 10 gallons. Unless I'm very low and don't really need to use it, then I guess I'll use 1 capful per 20 gallons. But I always go with that 1 per 10. That's just a little extra, especially I always have a lot of media. So this is based off of, just a general size filter on an appropriate size filter on a tank, nothing overkill. It's not what it's designed for, I guess, in their numbers. So on something like this, I have a AquaClear 50 on the back of here, 2 sponge filters and the intake pre-sponge filter. So this is, this filtration here would take care of a lightly stocked 40 gallon breeder, just with all this media in here. So you got to think about it like that. If this is the equivalent of a 40 gallon breeder filtration, that's 40 gallons. We're going to want to use 5, 10, 15, 20 milliliters. Well, I only use about 10 on here just because I know I don't need to do that much. But yeah, overkill is always good with this stuff. It works great. It always is bringing my nitrates down. As soon as I add it, it's gonna go to work on stuff like that, and I've tested that before. You can see in other videos I've proven it. But really what this stuff is good for is like that new tank syndrome. It's going to start to immediately cycle, which means you can add this stuff, give it a little bit of time, I'd say, maybe a little less than 24 hours, and you can add fish right away. You just can't feed a crazy ton amount, and you can't overstock it immediately. But they claim you can add fish right away with this, of course. That's with really any type of new tank stabilization system. You're going to be able to add fish right away is what everybody's going to claim. Whether or not you do, that's up to you, but like I said, I recommend waiting at least a little bit of time. Honestly, I should tell you guys to be safe, you should wait at least 2 weeks before adding fish, even if you do use this stuff. Without it, they tell you to wait 30 days with the nitrogen cycle. But I only usually wait about 24 hours at most to add fish, and that's with unfiltered or unseeded media. I had never started a tank with unseeded media just because I have so much, so I never have to worry about that. But either way, anytime I'm setting up a new tank, seeded media or unseeded, I'm always going to use that stability just because it's going to regulate things. It's going to introduce that new bacteria, make sure everything's healthy and the system's ready to go. That way I can prevent all my fish loss and bring it down to a bare minimum, if any. Since I've been using this stuff, I haven't really had any fish loss when setting up a new tank or anything like that. We'll see with these guys because they're in pretty rough shape just because they're feeder fish. So if we can go without losing one of these guys, then we're in pretty good shape here. And I'd say this stuff is 100%. I can vouch for it 100%. So we'll just have to see where time goes, and we'll come back and take a look at this tank in one of my later reviews. But yeah, check out this stuff. I get it from Amazon. This big bottle I think was $15 last time I checked. Way cheaper than your local fish store, and that's if you can find it at your local fish store, unless it's a small business. You might be able to get one, but no big chain really carries this stuff, except for maybe Petco. I'm not sure actually, but I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can check it out on Amazon. I'm not affiliated. I'm not sponsored by Seachem or anything like that. You should know that because I did just review this Fritz Complete back here. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Up next in the review series, we got API Leaf Zone. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching.